Dear God, we greet you with open hearts. As we gather in this sacred moment, we ask you to help us trust in you with all our heart, to stop leaning on our own understanding, and to surrender to your perfect timing for our lives. There was a woman named Lisa who felt like she was failing at everything. She was 34 years old, and nothing in her life was working out the way she had planned. She had applied to over 200 jobs in the past year, carefully crafted resumes, thoughtful cover letters, hours spent preparing for interviews, and received rejection after rejection. Or worse, no response at all. She felt invisible, worthless, like the universe was screaming that she was not good enough. Her relationship had ended 6 months earlier. A 5-year partnership that she thought was heading toward marriage had crumbled. He told her he did not see a future together. She had invested years of her life, had made compromises and sacrifices, and it had led nowhere. She felt like a failure at love. Her savings were nearly gone. She was living with her parents again at 34B, sleeping in her childhood bedroom, feeling like she had moved backwards while everyone else her age was moving forward. Her friends were getting married, buying houses, having babies, climbing career ladders, and she was stuck, unemployed, single, starting over, again. Every morning, Lisa woke up and tried. She applied to more jobs. She went to networking events. She updated her skills. She worked on herself. She did everything she was supposed to do, but nothing worked. Every door she knocked on stayed closed. Every opportunity she reached for slipped through her fingers. Every plan she made fell apart. The worst part was not the circumstances. The worst part was what it was doing to her inside. Lisa had always been someone who believed in herself. She had been confident, ambitious, resilient, but month after month of trying and failing had eroded that confidence. Now, when she looked in the mirror, she saw someone broken, someone who could not make anything work, someone who was clearly doing something wrong, because if she was doing it right, things would be working out right. She stopped talking to her friends as much. Their success stories felt like salt in her wounds. She stopped posting on social media because what was there to share? Another rejection, another failed attempt. She felt ashamed, like her life was evidence that she was fundamentally flawed. One Sunday, feeling particularly low, Lisa went to church. She had not been in months. She sat in the back, hoping to just sit quietly and maybe find a moment of peace. The sermon that day was about waiting, about God's timing, about trusting when you cannot see the path forward. The pastor spoke about a proverb: "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight." Those words hit Lisa like a physical force, because she realized she had been leaning entirely on her own understanding. She had decided what her life should look like and when things should happen. She had made plans and timelines and expectations, and when reality did not match her plans, she concluded she was failing. But what if she was not failing? What if she was exactly where she needed to be, even though she could not understand why? What if God's timing was different from her timing? What if the closed doors were not rejections but redirections? What if the waiting was not wasted time but preparation? After the service, Lisa sat in her car and cried, but different tears, releasing tears. She realized she had been trying to force things to work according to her timeline, her understanding, her plans, and she was exhausted. She was tired of fighting, tired of trying to control everything, tired of believing that if she just tried harder, pushed more, did better, things would finally work out. In that car, in that moment, Lisa decided to surrender. She prayed a simple prayer. She said, "God, I do not understand what you are doing. I do not understand why nothing is working. I do not understand your timing, but I am choosing to trust you anyway. I am choosing to believe that you have a plan, even when I cannot see it. I am letting go of my timeline and trusting yours. Please give me patience to wait for what you have for me." Something shifted after that prayer. Not externally, her circumstances did not magically change, but internally. Lisa felt lighter, like she had been carrying a crushing weight and had finally set it down. She stopped viewing every closed door as a personal failure and started viewing it as God's protection. What if those jobs she did not get were not right for her? What if that relationship ending was saving her from something that was not meant to be? What if the waiting was preparing her for something better than she could imagine? Lisa kept applying for jobs, but with a different energy, not desperate, not frantic, not attaching her worth to the outcome. She applied and then released it. She trusted that the right opportunity would come at the right time. She worked on herself, not to fix what was broken, but to grow while she waited. She started journaling. She reconnected with hobbies she had abandoned. She volunteered at a local shelter, finding purpose in serving others while her own life felt purposeless. She practiced gratitude for what she had instead of obsessing over what she did not have yet. Months passed. The waiting continued. But Lisa was different. She was learning patience, real patience. Not the kind where you grit your teeth and endure, but the kind where you trust so deeply that the waiting does not torture you. The kind where you believe that God's timing is perfect, even when it feels painfully slow. Then, on an ordinary Tuesday 11 months after that prayer in her car, Lisa got a call. A company she had interviewed with months earlier, one she had forgotten about, was calling her back. They had restructured. A new position had opened. They remembered her. They wanted her. The job was better than anything she had applied for originally. Better pay, better role, better fit for her skills. It was in a field she had always been interested in, but had thought she was not qualified for. But during her months of waiting, she had taken an online course. She had volunteered in that exact area. Without realizing it, she had been preparing for this opportunity. She started the job 2 weeks later, and within the first month, she met Daniel, a colleague in another department. They became friends first, then something more. There was no rush, no pressure. It unfolded naturally, easily. He was nothing like her ex. He was kind, patient, steady. He appreciated her for who she was, not who she was trying to be. A year later, sitting across from Daniel at dinner, Lisa thought about that desperate woman who had sat in her car crying, feeling like a failure. And she understood now. None of it had been failure. All of it had been God's timing. The jobs that did not work out had led her to this one. The relationship that ended had made space for this one. The waiting that felt like torture had been preparation. The patience she had to learn had been essential. Lisa learned that God's timing is not about making people wait to be cruel. It is about aligning circumstances, preparing hearts, developing character. It is about getting people ready for what He has prepared for them. And sometimes that takes longer than the human timeline demands. Sometimes that requires waiting when every instinct screams to force something, anything, to happen now. She learned that when nothing seems to work, it does not mean something is wrong. It means something is not ready yet. Maybe the opportunity is not ready. Maybe the person is not ready. Maybe the timing is not right. But when God's timing arrives, everything falls into place in ways that could never have been forced. Lisa learned to trust the path, even when she could not see where it was leading. To trust God's understanding when her own understanding failed her. To trust that closed doors were not punishments but protection. That delays were not denials. That waiting was not wasting. And most importantly, she learned that her worth was never tied to her achievements, her relationship status, her job title, or her timeline. Her worth was inherent, given by God, unchangeable. The waiting could not diminish it. The closed doors could not reduce it. The struggles could not erase it. She was loved, valued, and purposed exactly as she was, right where she was, even in the waiting, especially in the waiting. Let us bow our heads now. Let us release the need to understand everything. Let us surrender our timelines and our plans, and let us speak to the God whose timing is perfect, whose plans are greater than we can imagine, who asks us to trust even when we cannot see. Dear God, author of time, holder of our futures, we come before you today exhausted from trying to make things work on our own timeline. We come frustrated that our plans are not unfolding the way we expected. We come discouraged because we have been trying so hard and nothing seems to be working. We come feeling like failures when we are simply in seasons of waiting. And we need your help to trust your timing, to surrender our understanding, to be patient when everything in us wants to rush. God, so many of us are struggling right now. We have been applying for jobs and hearing nothing but silence or rejection. We have been trying to find love and meeting only disappointment. We have been working toward goals that seem to move further away the harder we try. We have been praying for breakthrough that has not come. We have been waiting for change that feels like it will never arrive, and we are losing hope. We are losing confidence. We are losing faith in ourselves and struggling to maintain faith in you. Help us understand that your timing is not our timing, that what feels slow to us is purposeful to you, that what looks like failure to us is preparation to you, that what seems like a closed door to us is protection to you. Help us trust in you with all our heart and lean not on our own understanding. For those of us who have been rejected repeatedly by employers, by romantic interests, by opportunities we were certain were meant for us, help us see that rejection is redirection, that every no from people is you saying not this, not yet, not right, that you are protecting us from what is not meant for us and preparing us for what is. Help us stop taking rejection as evidence of our unworthiness and start seeing it as evidence of your careful guidance. For those of us who feel behind everyone else, watching friends and family members succeed while we struggle, seeing peers reach milestones while we wait, feeling like everyone else got the instruction manual for life that we missed, help us stop comparing timelines. Your timing for them is not your timing for us. Their path is not our path. Their season is not our season. Help us trust that we are exactly where we need to be, even when it looks nothing like where we thought we would be. For those of us whose relationships have ended, partnerships we invested in, connections we believed in, futures we imagined that will never be, help us grieve what was lost while trusting what is coming. Help us believe that the right person at the wrong time is still the wrong person, that if it ended, it was not what you had for us. That better is coming, even if right now all we feel is loss. Give us patience to wait for the love that is meant for us, not settle for the love that is available right now. For those of us in financial struggle, savings depleted, opportunities scarce, stability feeling impossible, help us trust you as our provider. Help us believe that you see our needs and you will meet them in your time. That scarcity now does not mean scarcity forever, that you are working even when we cannot see evidence of it. Give us patience to trust that provision is coming, wisdom to manage what we have, and peace in the meantime. For those of us who have lost confidence, who used to believe in ourselves but have been beaten down by repeated failure, who used to be optimistic but have become cynical, who used to try boldly but now hesitate in fear, help us understand that our worth is not determined by our circumstances, that closed doors do not define us, that waiting does not diminish us, that we are not failures. We are simply in seasons that require patience, trust, and surrender. God, teach us patience, real, deep, trusting patience. Not the patience that grits teeth and white knuckles through waiting, but the patience that rests in your promises, the patience that trusts your goodness even in delay, the patience that believes you are working even when we see no evidence, the patience that releases control because it knows you are in control. Help us surrender our timelines, the ages we thought we would be married by, the careers we thought we would have by now, the financial security we thought we would have achieved, the life stages we thought we would have reached. These timelines are ours, not yours, and clinging to them only brings pain. Help us release them. Help us trust your timing instead of demanding our own. Help us stop leaning on our own understanding. We think we know what we need and when we need it, but we have such limited vision. We see today, you see eternity. We see obstacles, you see opportunities. We see delays, you see divine timing. Help us trust that your understanding is greater than ours, that your ways are higher than our ways, that even when we cannot comprehend what you are doing something good. Remind us of your promises, that you have plans to prosper us and not to harm us, plans to give us hope and a future, that you work all things together for good, that your timing is perfect, that what you have for us will not miss us, that nothing meant for us will pass us by. Help us hold on to these promises when circumstances suggest otherwise. Give us signs along the way, not because we do not trust you, but because we are human and we need encouragement. Let us see small confirmations that we are on the right path, even when we cannot see the destination. Give us glimpses of your work, even when the full picture is hidden. Send us reminders through Scripture, through nature, through other people, that you have not forgotten us. Help us use this waiting time wisely, to grow, to heal, to learn, to develop patience, character, perseverance, to become who we need to be to receive what you have for us. Help us see waiting not as wasted time, but as preparation time, that you are getting us ready for something we are not ready for yet, and that is a gift, not a punishment. Comfort us in discouragement, on the hard days when hope feels impossible, when trust feels foolish, when waiting feels unbearable. Hold us, remind us that you are with us in the waiting, that we are not alone, that you see our tears, hear our prayers, know our struggles, that even in silence, you are speaking, even in stillness, you are moving, even in waiting, you are working. Help us encourage others who are waiting too. Help us remember that everyone is fighting battles we know nothing about, that the person who seems to have it all together might be struggling in ways we cannot see. Help us offer grace instead of comparison, support instead of judgment, hope instead of despair. Let our waiting make us more compassionate, not more bitter. And God, when breakthrough finally comes, when the door opens, when the opportunity arrives, when the relationship begins, when the provision appears, when the dream manifests, help us remember this season of waiting. Help us remember that it was your timing all along. Help us see clearly how every closed door led to the right door, how every delay was actually perfect timing, how every moment of waiting was worth it. We trust you, even when we do not understand, even when it hurts, even when we are tired. We trust you, not because we are strong, but because you are faithful. Not because we see the path, but because you do. Not because it is easy, but because you are good. In all our ways, we submit to you. We release our plans and embrace yours. We surrender our timing and trust yours. We let go of our understanding and lean on yours. Make our paths straight, even when they seem crooked, even when they seem impossibly long, even when they seem to lead nowhere. Make them straight. because you can see what we cannot, and you are leading us somewhere better than we can imagine. In your perfect timing and infinite wisdom, we rest. Amen. And so it is. Blessed be. Take a deep breath, in through the nose, and release slowly. Waiting is one of the hardest spiritual disciplines. In a world of instant gratification, immediate results, and on-demand everything, the idea that some things take time feels almost offensive, but some of the most important things in life cannot be rushed. And learning to trust God's timing instead of demanding our own is essential for peace. Lisa's story reveals a common trap, equating closed doors with personal failure. When things do not work out, the automatic assumption is something must be wrong. With the approach, with the effort, with the person, but that is not always true. Sometimes things do not work out because the timing is not right. Sometimes doors close not because they are rejecting who someone is, but because they are protecting them from what is not meant for them. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight." This is not just pretty words. This is a radical instruction. It is saying, stop trying to figure everything out. Stop demanding that life makes sense according to your logic. Stop insisting on your timeline. Instead, trust that God sees what you cannot see and is orchestrating things you cannot orchestrate. This is incredibly difficult for people who are used to making things happen, for achievers, for planners, for people who believe that effort equals results. Because sometimes, despite maximum effort, doors stay closed. Despite perfect preparation, opportunities do not come. Despite doing everything right, nothing works out. And that feels like failure. But what if it is not failure? What if it is God's protection? What if those jobs Lisa did not get would have been miserable? What if that relationship that ended was saving her from years of incompatibility? What if the delays were aligning circumstances in ways she could not see? This is where trust becomes essential. Trust is not needed when everything makes sense. Trust is needed when nothing makes sense. When logic says one thing and faith says another. When circumstances suggest abandonment and faith insists on faithfulness, trust is choosing to believe that God is good and his timing is perfect even when current reality suggests otherwise. But trust alone is not enough. Trust needs patience. And patience is a virtue that most people lack because most people have never been taught how to develop it. Patience is not passive resignation. Patience is active trust. It is continuing to hope while waiting, continuing to believe while delay persists, continuing to trust while the path remains unclear. Developing patience requires reframing how waiting is viewed. Western culture treats waiting as wasted time, downtime, dead space between meaningful moments. But that is wrong. Waiting is not empty, it is full of growth that could not happen any other way, full of preparation that is invisible but essential, full of divine orchestration that is working behind the scenes. Consider this. What if the waiting is not about being made to wait, but about being made ready? What if God is not withholding good things, but preparing better things? What if the delays are not denials, but divine timing ensuring everything aligns perfectly? This perspective shift changes everything. Instead of torturing oneself with questions about what is wrong, the question becomes, what is God preparing me for? Instead of obsessing over closed doors, attention turns to, what is God protecting me from? Instead of despairing over unanswered prayers, curiosity emerges about, what is God's better answer? But even with reframing, waiting is hard, especially when everyone else seems to be moving forward. Social media makes this worse, creating highlight reels that suggest everyone has their life together while one person is stuck. But comparison is poison. Everyone has different timelines because everyone has different destinies. Someone else's breakthrough does not mean someone else's breakthrough is late. It just means they are on different schedules. So how does someone maintain hope and confidence when nothing is working? When rejection is constant, when effort yields no results, when waiting feels endless. First, by separating worth from outcomes, closed doors do not mean unworthiness. They mean wrong doors. Worth is inherent, given by God, unchangeable by circumstances. Job status does not determine worth. Relationship status does not determine worth. Achievement level does not determine worth. Worth simply is. Second, by finding purpose in the present instead of only in the future. Waiting does not have to be meaningless. Growth can happen. Service can happen. Connection can happen. Joy can happen. Right now, today, in the waiting. Purpose is not only found in arrival, it is found in the journey. Third, by releasing control and embracing surrender. Control is an illusion anyway. No amount of effort can force divine timing. No amount of planning can guarantee outcomes. Surrender is not giving up. It is giving over, taking everything and placing it in God's hands, trusting that what is meant to be will be, at the right time, in the right way. Fourth, by practicing gratitude for what is, instead of obsessing over what is not yet. There is always something to be grateful for, always. Even in difficulty, there are gifts, health, people, lessons, breath. Finding gratitude does not mean denying struggle. It means not letting struggle blind to blessings. And fifth, by choosing trust daily. This is not a one-time decision. This is a practice. Every morning, choosing to trust God's timing again. Every evening, releasing anxiety about tomorrow again. Every moment doubt creeps in, choosing faith again. Over and over. That repetition builds spiritual muscle. That practice deepens trust. For those in seasons of waiting right now, waiting for jobs, relationships, healing, breakthrough, clarity, change, hear this: the waiting is not wasted. The closed doors are not punishments. The delays are not denials. God's timing is different from human timing, and that is not a flaw in the system. That is the design. What is coming is worth waiting for. What God has prepared is better than what could have been forced. What will unfold in His timing will make sense of what makes no sense now, but only in retrospect. Only looking back will the pattern be visible. Only after arrival will the journey make sense. So in the meantime, trust, even when it is hard. Trust that God is working. Trust that the timing is purposeful. Trust that nothing meant for you will miss you. Trust that closed doors are redirections. Trust that delays are preparations. Trust that God's understanding is greater than human understanding. And be patient. Real, deep, surrendered patience. The kind that rests instead of strains. The kind that waits without resentment. The kind that trusts so completely that even uncertainty cannot shake it. Because one day, when everything falls into place, it will be clear. The waiting will make sense. The closed doors will be understood. The timing will be obvious. And the gratitude for God's perfect orchestration will overwhelm any frustration about the delay. Until then, trust, wait, be patient, and know that God has not forgotten. He is working, and His timing is perfect. As this time together closes, here is a truth to hold on to. Nothing is working because not everything is ready. Not because something is wrong. Not because effort is lacking. Not because worth is missing. But because timing is everything, and God's timing is perfect. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Not halfway trust, not conditional trust, not trust if things work out trust, but full, complete, surrendered trust, even when understanding fails, even when logic argues, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. Lean not on your own understanding. Stop trying to figure out why. Stop demanding that delays make sense. Stop insisting on seeing the full picture. Human understanding is limited. God's understanding is infinite. Trust His perspective over personal perspective. In all your ways, submit to Him. In the job search, in the relationship waiting, in the financial struggle, in the unanswered prayers, in the closed doors, in the delays, submit, surrender, release control, and He will make your path straight, not immediately, not on your timeline, but in His perfect timing, He will. The crooked will straighten, the confusing will clarify, the impossible will open, the waiting will end, and it will all make sense. Until that day comes, rest in this. You are exactly where you need to be. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not failing. You are in God's perfect timing, and that is the best place to be. May there be trust when understanding fails. May there be patience when waiting feels endless. May there be peace in surrender. May there be hope in delay. May there be confidence that God's timing is perfect. The breakthrough is coming. The doors will open. The waiting will end. Everything is working together, even when it looks like nothing is working at all. Trust, wait, surrender, and watch what God does in His perfect time. There is hope. There is purpose. There is perfect timing. Until the next meeting, dear soul, trust God's timing. God bless.